Hey everybody, it's Suzanne, and I just want to tell you that I reached a milestone. I just hit 3,000 subscribers over the weekend, and I want to thank you guys for that. Funny story, right? I was just videotaping this whole big long video saying thank you so much for being here, and realized I didn't press the record button. Yeah, so that happens. See, this is a real girl, and unscripted, obviously. And you know, I don't know, I get excited about things, and reaching 3,000 subscribers is kind of a big deal for me. I am really excited about that, and I want to thank you. When I started this channel in March of 2020, that was during the pandemic. And that was when we were shut down, and I had no way of reaching my students. I had no way of having people come into my studio to buy paintings. The other galleries that carry my work, that sell for me, also were shut down. So I felt like my whole income stream was just completely cut off. And that's when I learned how to use the internet a little bit. I became a little bit more savvy. And I learned how to teach on Zoom, as all of us learned how. I'd never even heard of Zoom before, and then all of a sudden I'm teaching and reaching my students through Zoom classes, and that helped keep my income going. And I also was doing paintings and selling them to my collectors directly, and that helped immensely. But YouTube kind of came about with all this time and being kind of shut away from people. And if you hadn't figured out already, I'm kind of a people person. So I like being around people, and not being around people, it was interesting. You guys became my people. And I started doing these videos. And it took about a year, I think, it was actually a little over a year before I reached 1,000 subscribers. And for folks who don't realize, for a YouTuber, you have to reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watched hours before you can even be considered for monetization. And once that happens, it's not like all of a sudden these big checks come in, right? It's still not happening like that. But you know, once monetization happens, then they won't cut you a check until it's at least $100. And for me, I think it took at least 4 months before I ever saw my first check after I actually became monetized. So interesting, right? It's not like I did YouTube as my big main money stream, because it's not for me. It isn't even yet, even with 3,000 subscribers. But that's not really why I did it. It was more for me to stay connected to potential students, to my followers, to my collectors. It was a way for me to have the thing that I feed off of, the energy of others. And so YouTube has definitely been that for me. If you watch some of my earlier videos, you'll see that I'm quite awkward in front of the camera. I am an awkward girl. That goes without saying. But what was interesting then, I didn't really feel like I was talking to anybody. I was just looking at my camera, which actually is my cell phone, and used my cell phone. I'm just looking at this thing and talking into it. I didn't really feel like I was talking to anybody. And now that I have these subscribers, it's funny, I see one of my collectors walking by. You hear people talking outside. There's people out there talking. Okay, sorry. So you're probably gonna hear some of that going on. But anyhow, sorry. I digress. But when I started, I was a little bit awkward and I felt silly and goofy. But now, as I was getting more and more subscribers, what's interesting was this became real, because you guys leave comments in the comment section. I answer them, and I do. I always answer them pretty quick. And I felt like now I actually had a real audience. Like I'm actually talking to somebody. Yes, I'm still unscripted. I do not script. That's why I tend to ramble. But I actually feel like I'm talking to people now, which is really, really awesome. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing. It's just crazy, right? 3,000 people are doing construction. So I have all kinds of banging noises and stuff around me. But anyway, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, obviously, I'm not scripted and it's not very well edited if you hear all these big noises banging around here. But that's just it. This is my life in my studio. You know, life is a funny thing where I'll stay busy today. I generally have students on Tuesday night, and I actually had to cancel classes tonight because my daughter needs me. She just had her dog was just neutered, and he's having a little bit of trouble. So Mama's gonna go over there and help out. So, you know, see, real life stuff, right? All the time, real life stuff. And hopefully you find that stuff endearing and not annoying, because I'm sure it can go either way. And I hope that you just stay with me. Tell your friends about my channel. We'll paint together. I always try to keep you guys abreast of what is going on here at the studio, and let you know when the next workshops come up. I will be doing some online workshops coming up, so you guys will know right away, because you know how I am. I'll be really annoying and tell you because I like my classes to be full, and so I'll let you know when that's happening. Also know that I do have the YouTube membership program, which has several tiers for anybody to join, and it's just another way of offering support to me, an artist. And if everybody knows the idea of being a starving artist, I don't want to be starving. So I like doing what I do, and I feel completely blessed to be able to do what I do for a living. And your support helps me continue to do that. I will be offering more and more live streams of, you know, we can do question and answers and that kind of thing for my membership program, and also for my Patreon folks. Thank you also to all my Patreon people. Your support helps me immensely. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for being a subscriber. And yeah, I'll catch you up on the next video. It'll probably be next week. I'm putting this one out. This is this week's video. I'll be going out of town, doing my thing, out of town, meeting with the zoo and that kind of work. So I will not be putting a painting video up this week, but hopefully next week I'll get another painting video up. So again, thank you so much, and I appreciate you guys. 3,000. And until next time, from Kingsport, Tennessee, I'll see you.